In this video we will cover the top 10 business lessons provided by Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart and formerly crowned wealthiest man in America. The story of how Sam Walton founded and managed Walmart from a single store to the most dominant global company in retail is astounding. Lesson 1. Follow and fully commit to your passion in business. Sam Walton was exposed to the world of retail as a young man. He spent 18 months as an entry-level associate at JCPenney, before being inducted into the military during the Second World War. This was love at first sight in terms of finding his career and professional purpose at such a young age. Upon discovering this passion, he fully committed to it. During the war he decided he would go into retail upon his return home. Lesson 2. Share the spoils. Sam Walton indicated that one of the best things he ever did to build Walmart into a global powerhouse in retail was to share profits with his staff. In the very early days of Walmart, he would allow each store managers to own a small percentage of each store. Once Walmart became a publicly traded company, these store-level partnerships converted into equity ownership of Walmart. Many of these managers became millionaires. As Walmart grew in size and number of employees, Mr. Walton kept the sentiment of sharing the profits alive by establishing one of the first and best employee equity systems ever created. Many of his hourly employees retired with over $1 million with this stock equity program. By sharing in the profits, he felt his employees took more ownership and had more passion for the success of Walmart. Many founders today focus too much on the percentage of the company they own and they try to limit profit or ownership beyond just the founders or the executive class. Sam did the opposite. Lesson 3. Focus on what the customer wants. Sam Walton was fanatical about creating a culture at Walmart that always prioritized the needs and wishes of the customer. The customer always has lofty expectations for the service and products they receive in exchange for their hard-earned money. By doing everything possible to understand and deliver on what the customer wants, you will always achieve success. Far too many entrepreneurs and professional managers today think they know more than the customer. They feel they designed the world's best product and customers should just flock to it. Lesson 4. Family partnership. It's sad how disputes within a family over money, company profits and equity can not only sever familial relationships but also bring many companies down. Sam Walton built a family partnership early on, before anyone could have imagined they would become Walmart and have the success they reached. With this structure, his immediate family including his wife and children each owned a percentage of this partnership which was established. The partnership owned Walmart and all related assets. Mr. Walton said this was one of the best decisions he had ever made. It committed his family to a partnership in working together towards mutual success. Lesson 5. Recognize and follow trends early. People go from zero to billionaire by recognizing and following trends early. They usually spot these trends before anyone else. It's like catching a massive wave. Sam Walton was an early practitioner and leader of several trends that later defined the retail industry in America. The big one was the emergence of discounting in retail. Today we believe discounting was always a popular model, but that's far from the case. In those early days, many retail operations went out of business because they focused on maximizing profits on each product. These retailers could not compete with the new wave of discounters. Other trends that Sam Walton latched onto early included using computing systems in an era when no one did, verticalizing retail with wholesale including owning a truck fleet. Lesson 6. Belong to the community you service. Walmart began with a concept of servicing small-town communities, often with a population as little as 5,000. He also lived in a small community where his company was established. He made it a focus for his family to be community participants. This also meant that as their wealth grew, they did continue to live within the acquisition norms of that community. Far too many entrepreneurs, sales executives, marketers and other business operators have no idea what it is like to live in the communities they service. For this one simple reason, they often fail. Lesson 7. Don't diversify your holdings into other people's companies. This is a pattern with many self-made billionaires outside of Wall Street, private equity and hedge fund types. These entrepreneurs become wealthy by the growth of the company they founded. Sam Walton and his family kept nearly all their wealth locked up with Walmart stock. In fact, while he was still alive, they never sold any stock. His family lived off the dividend payments. Lesson 8. Study and copy the competition. There is a lot of bad advice out there that conditions people to think they can only become successful entrepreneurs by having very creative and unique ideas. Sam Walton visited more competitor stores than any human being who has ever lived. He walked around with a paper pad or recorder and took down notes of things he liked and wanted to copy. Lesson 9. Create a culture that fuses work with fun. Sam Walton created a culture of fun. They sang chants, and his famous managerial meetings on Saturday mornings always included surprises to keep everyone guessing and to keep things fun. Lesson 10. Prioritize people who are in the front lines of your operation. Far too many companies build layers of bureaucracy and executives with fancy titles. They isolate themselves from the frontline employees who are closest to the customer. This is a big mistake. As part of this isolation, these executives fail to create a culture where ideas that come from the front lines and from junior employees are prioritized. You could not be an executive in Sam Walton's company if you failed to recognize ideas coming from the retail hourly employees who interacted with customers every day. Sam Walton was famous for spending entire days at the break room of his massive distribution centers where his company truck drivers could be found between trips. He would do this to pick their brain on what they saw during their visits to multiple stores each day. These truck drivers saw more different Walmart stores than any other employee role, and Sam made a point to capture their knowledge. Apply these 10 lessons from the successful career of Sam Walton to your own business.